Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy Decepticon Kickback. Very happy to have this guy in the deluxe class version. He's looking very cool already in the open packaging. So let's take a look at that artwork there. You see him in his Insecticon mode, blasting away at the Autobots. I love the fact that he's kind of shooting out of his wings there. And a very different look for Kickback in this Legacy version. So there you see him on the front. And you have Transformers Legacy, as mentioned, deluxe class. On the side, you get a more full figured shot of him with an up close of his head, looking very Kickback. Product information on the bottom, Transformers Legacy. Again, on the top, on the side, you get your new picture of the Legacy artwork, Authentics logo, all of the Decepticons. And on the back, we have our product shot of Kickback. He converts in 14 steps. And very interesting how it includes some of the clear weapons there that kind of attach onto the wings. So yeah, looking forward to getting this guy open. And you have the QR code there, which basically links you to Hasbro's website. I really wish it was something like, you could see his tech specs or whatever. But unfortunately, it's just a link to kind of more toys, which is not a bad thing at all. But without further ado, let's open up Kickback and see what he's all about. Okay, so we're going to start off with Decepticon Kickback in his insect mode. And before we take a look at his details, let's take a look at the accessories he comes with. He comes with 3 accessories. The first one being a blaster, which is done very, very nicely. It is done in a black plastic with some beautiful silver and purple paint. And the amount of detail on this thing is very cool. Loving the paint on this, and the silver and the purple just look so cool. And it is very reminiscent of the G1 blaster, which I have right here. So if I can just get a side-by-side there. They are very G1 inspired blaster, so very cool. Really like that. And in insect mode, it can be stored right onto here. There is a port right there, so you can just plug that right in. So that does store there. Now the other 2 accessories he comes with are these things, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what these are. I really don't like these things. They are done in a sort of clear purple plastic, and I mean, I don't know. There's some cool detail on this. It does sort of mimic his wings, I guess, because they do kind of fit on his wings. But I don't know. I think it's kind of an add-on. It seems like a last-minute type of thought to sort of bulk up the figure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do not care for these things at all. Now, there are tabs here that fit on slots on his wings. So if you look up close, there are little slots all along his wings. So these little things just tab. Let's see. I think this part faces forward, so let's put this one down. There's a slot right there that they just kind of fit right in. If I can get them in. It's a little bit tricky, actually, to tell you the truth. There's the slot, there's the peg, and getting them pegged in is easier said than done. Okay, there's that one, and let's see if we can get this one done. Now, there's slots all along the wings there. You can kind of put them in any one, but I kind of like to have them just, so they're parallel with the actual wings. And that's how they look in insect mode. So the kind of, I don't know, kind of armed up weapon mode, I guess. But to tell you the truth, I really don't like these pieces. And I think they could have done without them. So I'm going to take those off for now, take off the accessories. So let's take a look at his insect mode up close here. So you can't really see the head so much. We'll see more in robot mode, but these yellow pieces are sort of a soft plastic. And for some reason, my head is really, really wiggly. There is a sort of faceplate that covers his face there, but his head is actually very wiggly. You see the Decepticon mark there. You see some nice clear plastic with some very cool sort of silver details underneath. You see a little bit of blue there. And the wings are done very well. I really like the wings, how the wings came out, is they've done in a clear plastic, a little bit of a smoky tint to it, but very insect-like, loving the wings. His legs are very kind of, just done in a purple plastic, very simple, not a whole lot of detail there, and his hind legs as well. I mean, basically you just see this in robot mode, but you get some yellow and red paint there. You get the purple plastic for the back. You get some little detail for the insect legs. And the insect legs are on little ball joints so they can pivot back and forth. And as far as articulation goes, that's about it. Most of the articulation is because of the robot mode. So obviously you can, put these up and down, and you can move these hind legs here, and this whole thing moves. But we'll see more of that articulation in robot mode. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure we needed a deluxe. I was kind of hyped because it's a deluxe class Kickback, but at the same time, This guy's kind of big for like an insect, so I'm not really sure we needed a deluxe kickback. So I'm going to do a quick comparison here of sort of the different generations of kickbacks here. So here is the legacy kickback, and we have the Legends Japanese version, the Takara version of kickback here, which I really love. I think this guy is awesome, and I actually prefer this guy to this guy. And then, of course, we have the OG kickback, which is the original G1 kickback. So there are the three kickbacks there, side by side. Again, I mean, it's supposed to be an insect, so I kind of like the fact that they're smaller, like the Legends and the original. I just think the new Legacy kickback is just a little bit too big. And the fact that it comes with those kind of silly accessories, I don't know. Let's get this guy transformed into robot mode and see what he looks like. Okay, so here we have Deluxe Class Legacy Kickback transformed into his robot mode. And before we get into his details, let's take a look at some of the configurations for his accessories. Now, obviously, you can take his blaster and just put it in his hand like so. But if you don't want to do that, you can put it on the back and use it for weapon storage. And there is a port on the back. Now, just make sure this gun actually only fits one way. So if you try to do it this way, it's not going to fit. If you try and put it like this, it's not going to fit. Because of this purple piece here, that kind of fits in this little notch right here. So actually you have to put the gun in like so. So it only actually fits in this way. So you can use that for weapon storage. Now for the other clear plastic pieces, there's a couple different things you can do. You can have him sort of wielding them as swords. You can put them in each hand like so and have him kind of used as swords. I have no idea when Kickback ever had a sword, but I could be mistaken. So those fit in his hands like that, and you can just have him, it's just like extra weapons. I mean, I don't know, it looks kind of cool, I guess, but a little bit silly at the same time. So taking those guys out, and they do have pegs on either side, so there are ports on either side of his arms. There's one at the upper shoulder, and there's one at the forearm, so you can also plug these in like so on either side, and you can have them look like that. So that's one look. Or you can take them and put them on his forearms, which I think probably looks the best. I don't really like how he holds it in his hands, but I think the on the forearms looks kind of cool. But I actually like him best without these things. So I really don't care about these accessories at all, much like we saw with the Shockwave, all that extra add-on stuff. I never used it, never liked it. So I think they're a bit unnecessary. But anyways, let's take a look at Kickback's head sculpt. Now, for a head sculpt, this guy is spot on. Very, very cool. You get some beautiful silver paint for the face and the top of the helmet there. And you get that red visor, which we all know about Kickback there. And you get the yellow kind of soft plastic like I mentioned. And you get the Decepticon logo there. And I really like the nod to the sort of G1 here. I kind of wish this opened up. Like I was trying to get this open. Like, doesn't this open? But yeah, it's a very nice nod to the G1, even right down to the sort of little blue paint they have there. And going down the figure, you do get a little bit of detail on the arms here, and not much on the waist. And I have his leg turned around. And much like we saw in the insect mode, you get the yellow paint and red paint there, and you get the purple plastic for the feet. So that is about it. That's how he looks from the back. Let's just take that weapon off for now. So let's do some comparisons before we get into articulation. So there is Legacy Kickback, and we have the Takara Legends Kickback, and we have the OG G1 Kickback. So there are the three kickbacks. And again, I love the robot mode in the new Legacy Kickback, but I just think because he's an insect, he should be smaller. So the scale is kind of weird that, the fact that let's just take these guys off. Just bringing in drag strip here. I'm all posed up here, so let me just straighten drag strip out here. I mean, the fact that he kind of scales with drag strip is, I don't know, it's a little bit strange to me. So again, I'm going to say this again and again, but yeah, do we really need a deluxe size kickback? Who knows? That's just my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your opinions on this figure. I think it's a great figure, but I think the transformation is, the Kickback was such a simple figure back in the day that the transformation is not that fun. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit boring to tell you the truth. But the robot mode looks great, and the paint apps and all that, and everything else looks great. But just, I think the size is what's kind of putting me off here. Anyways, let's get into articulation. So of course the wings are articulated, so you can have them facing forward or facing back, or you can kind of pose them however you want. Now, like I said, in insect mode, his head is really wobbly. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that, but he definitely has some expression in his head, which is good. I'm not sure if that's just loose or not, but anyways, his head can do a full 360, and it's got a lot of movement, and also the antenna can go up and down like that. And he does have a shoulder joint, a hinge joint at the shoulder, so you can go out like that. And he does have a full 360 for the arm, and he does have an upper bicep swivel, which is very, very tight. And he does have, because of transformation, he does have a very deep elbow bend, but that is because of transformation. And getting his arms out of the way there, he does have a waist swivel, and he does have an upper thigh swivel, and he does have about a 90 degree at the knee. And Kickback can kick back that much, ha ha ha, and he can kick forward that much. And he does have a nice deep ankle bend there. So very, very cool. So as far as articulation goes, this guy is actually pretty posable. So yeah, so let's get this guy down, and I'll give you my final thoughts on Legacy Kickback. Okay, so final thoughts for Legacy Kickback. This guy is just okay. I'm not really that impressed by him. I love the robot mode. The insect mode is, it's okay. Again, I think just because it's too big. I don't really think it's really supposed to be a deluxe class figure. It is sort of a nice modern update, but I do think the Legends class figure was enough. I do think that was a really good figure. And did we really need an updated deluxe class Kickback figure? So again, I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this figure if you have them. What do you think? And all that jazz. And also the fact that he comes with this sort of, I don't know what these supposed to be, are these plastic weapons. I don't really care for these at all, and I probably will not be using them. It's kind of a waste, I think. His blaster is awesome, and just the fact that there's little like throwbacks to the original figure with the clear plastic, the yellow plastic, and right down to that little sort of blue part there. I think that is a nice nod to the original figure. So let's close out this video review with, whoa, there goes drag strip, with the 3 Kickbacks. So we got the Legends on the left, we got G1 on the right, and in the middle we have our Legacy Deluxe Class Kickback figure. So this has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.